Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Dream Return, it is episode 4 here with Newcastle and the Fm22 beta. Today we are hoping for a little less rage. We got quite annoyed yesterday, not yesterday, a couple of days ago at Football Manager when results weren't going our way. Since then we have gone back and reviewed all the games that we have played so far this season. Just whilst we were recording the podcast last night, if you want to check that out, links down below to the podcast and obviously all the links to Discord and Twitch. We're currently live. Say good day, Twitch. We went through all those games and we've kind of highlighted what we think we've done well over 10 and what we haven't done well over 10, and have used the data hub to kind of highlight that. If you look at our last 5 matches played, it gives you like a couple of little things that we kind of done, what we've done well, all this sort of drama and all that. I think this is like unbelievably good, and the screen has got so much good information, good little nuggets of gold, that I highly recommend if you just click through it and you go through it and just see what your team is doing and what is expected of you, then yeah, look, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a fantastic addition. I expect to see more of it as the game and the beta moves into the full game, etc., and expect me to go way more in depth. Especially on stream, we do it way more in depth anyway, but way more in depth in the main save with L'Aquila, which is the Palermo save coming up, and then obviously the youth challenge that we're going to be doing in Spain after all that's done. But yeah, look, what it entailed and what we eyeballed, we went through and watched all the key highlights in these games here. You would have seen last was Wolves. Is that what we seem to have done well is that every time we've looked at a little bit more direct or that bit of a higher tempo, a bit more quicker football, we've looked like we can unlock sides. Every time we've looked to try and keep the ball, move the ball around, for whatever reason, we don't look like we have the footballers capable of playing a possession-based system, which kind of is confusing considering Joe Pedro's good on the ball, St. Maxim's good on the ball, can run with the ball, Rafinha's great on the ball, Basuma's no mug with the ball, Eric Dyer and Mancini are very good centre-backs with the ball, Grimiano and Salmakers are very good with the ball, but according to the game and from what we've seen is that any sort of possession-based system has not worked. So what we've done is we've changed system, and I went into something a little bit more direct. When I mean direct, I went into something with a bit more of a higher tempo, but still looking to try and keep the ball. And as you can see here against Brighton, I wouldn't say we were convincing, but we were definitely better than Brighton deserved to win. Bar the penalty that didn't look like scoring, considering the stats kind of said they did. We looked okay. I'm going to go through the system in a second. We then beat Watford 1-0 in this game here. Look, this was a game that we should have scored 3 or 4 in. For whatever reason, we decided that we didn't want to. But that was the first game of note where I looked defensively. I was like, "Oh, we actually look good here." We then drew 2-2 against Leicester. This is where the tactic for me was a little bit. As you can see here, we were 2-0 up, we looked great, but we didn't hold on. And this is why I've built a second tactic now for holding on in games that are a bit more possession based. And we used it here against Southampton. We needed to, because Southampton dominated us. And this is the one thing that I've seen in the 4-2-4 and why we run through the instructions is that defensively at the minute it looks like it does well. Now these are my famous last words about to play Arsenal, who pumped us when we tried to play a 4-2-4 in the Cadbury Cup. Difference is that we played it on cautious and tried to sit there and absorb pressure. This system isn't that. I'll talk you through this little bit of madness. I still want to try us to play football. I still want to build a philosophy that allows us to play football, but at the same stage, we need to realise that we have a team that when players get the ball, we need to utilise. We play it slightly shorter, but playing extremely high tempo allows us to go that little bit more direct, it seems, in the match engine. But going really quick, we kind of go one touch, bang, into the striker's feet, one touch, bang, over the top, off we go. Instead of me putting on pass into the space and everything's a long ball, we still look to play feet, but at the same stage, it's just rapid. At rapid speed, next minute, Rafinha and St. Maxim are getting on the ball and things are happening. Right, we're still looking to work it into the box when we do get up that end at a quicker speed. We run at the defence, and the reason I've got it on narrow instead of wider is that we tried wing play, and traditional wing play, we just swing the ball wide and then swing it in. I was like, yeah, it worked, but it didn't. Here, by being a bit more narrower, it allows St. Maxi and Rafinha to be closer to Joe Pedro and Callum Wilson, where that pass is a really quick, at an extremely high tempo, pass inside, a pass into the space in beyond. Instead of them being wide and having to whip this big diagonal around, because they're closer, they can bounce on them, they can run at them, and we've got run at defence because it's noticeable. St. Maxim and Rafinha just run at people, and it's really good to see. In terms of in transition, I haven't really done too much. I want to keep it. I don't care who he keeps it to. only reason we have when possession is lost not to counter press and not to regroup. So I feel like when we regroup, we don't win the ball high enough up the pitch, and a lot of teams, and especially from what I've seen on the beta, and why I'm going to try not to get too annoyed. You know, episode 3 hopefully is just one of the very few times we get annoyed in the beta save. It's going to happen. I rage. I get it. Is when we put it on regroup, we sit too deep because we regroup too deep, and then we get hit. Right? But if we go on counter press, we don't have the team and the work rate to sustain it for 90 minutes and win the ball back. So we're kind of a team that kind of does a little bit of whatever. We still look the counter, we run the ball because of the speed we've got, obviously. But when our keeper gets it, slow it down. Alright? Keeper's got it, make 100% pass from our keeper, Dubravka, into, you know, whoever it is, and then play football. I don't mind that. In terms of out of position, I'm actually trying something for the Arsenal game specifically, because we're going through the data hub on stream, is that we were actually playing it with without using title marking, without using it like this, and like that, right? Our data hub is kept harping on the fact that oppositions are getting too many touches around the edge of our area uncontested. It said it, and saying that they're converting it into goals. And it'd be quite noticeable. A lot of the goals we're conceding at the minute have been from in and around on top of the box, guys hitting good long range hits into the back of the net. You know, we saw it against Arsenal last time we played. Obviously Pepe scored a fantastic goal, and I think it was Nenny banged in a banger, etc., etc. But what is most notable though is that we, as much as we're being high, and as much as we're using an offside trap per se, we're still sitting a bit deeper. Our line's a little bit more stretched, but for whatever reason, it seems to have been working. It's okay. There's one thing that I probably will turn off. It probably is to use the offside trap. It's worked so far, but at the same stage, you know, the Leicester game, both goals came, I think, from Vardy over the top, or it was 2 goals over the top. But yeah, but I'm just going to show you the goals in this game to kind of highlight. They won a penalty, actually. It was a ball over the top. Basuma brought Vardy down, and then Vardy scored. Short corners are back, but, you know, and this is just like last season. But the next goal coming up should highlight what we've been doing. If we, you know, you play it from there. Look how much more narrow St. Maxim is, and how easy it is now for him to just either go at people and goal or cut it back. And that's kind of what we've done. As you can see, he turns around here, pulls the ball into Wilson. Thank you very much for coming. You know, it's okay. And then if we go to their next goal, see Vardy score. You know, it's going to be a ball over the top, and what I'm thinking maybe, is it not a ball over the top? I thought it was a ball over the top that they played. Talking shit up my arse, am I? Yeah, I'm talking shit up my arse. Okay. Fair enough. Damien Last talking a little bit of smack, apparently. Who was it that could score over the top then against us? Was that Teller then? Someone in this run scored a ball where it was just a ball over the top. It has to be Teller's goal. Or I'm thinking of a goal that happened in here before we changed system. But yeah. We were okay. Like, is this it? I don't even think this was it. Oh, no, it was. Yeah. But, like, our line, what I'm trying to highlight is that our line becomes a little bit stagnant, you know, whatever. I do think that's down to Eric Dyer being Eric Dyer, though. Look, at the end of the day, I feel like this 4-2-4 is what's worked. How are you, Dim? You've come in as we're filming an episode as we're about to play Arsenal. But yeah, against Brentford, Watford, Leicester and Southampton, we've seen what it can do. Yeah, we've made a slight little change to it just before we play Arsenal, which could hurt. And why change something when it's not broken, but I'm still trying to work something that will work. Last thing I'm going to say here is I'm trying to not rage, and, you know, yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to play Arsenal and Spurs. Double header, 2 massive double headers. Arsenal 13, Spurs are 6. If we win both of them, we're back, baby. If we don't win both of them, it's going to be a hard little slog, because we've got Liverpool, Everton, City, West Ham, United. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you the Man United Leeds doubleheader as another game, just to see how we go through this whole run as well. And then go into the start of next season. And look, where we drop massive points, we've got to win most of those games. Anyhow, be interesting to see how we go. Chelsea just beat Brentford, that's fine. And we have got injuries. Basuma is not 100% fit. I'm actually going to get Eric Dyer to play in the middle of the park. And Sal Makers is suspended for this game here. So I'm going to get someone that is registered onto the bench. So Dwight Gale, apparently. Actually, I prefer John Joe Shelby, let's be honest. And then get Javier Manquillo in at right back. Anyhow, Dubravka in goals. The wing backs on support kind of just help get the ball and pop it into space. They don't bomb on as much. So I feel like we do lack that, you know, creativity with Grimaldo and Manquillo. However, if we ever do build a three at the back system, Manquillo and Grimaldo would definitely be prominent there. Anyhow, Ceballos and died. Ceballos has been okay. Rafinha has been the best player we've signed. St. Maxim has been pretty decent. Callum Wilson's been Callum Wilson, and Joe Pedro has been scoring goals, so who knows? Look, they absolutely pummeled us last time in the Cup, in the Cabaret Cup. We did play a system that was very City-offy, and we just tried to absorb pressure, and in the end, we lost 5-2, and it could have been a bit worse. But they've made 9 changes to the starting 11, which is not fun, but means they're very well rested. Only thing I will say, it means Ben White, Gabriel, and Ramsdale, probably some of their best players, Tyrini, Party, Federico, Smith Rowe. Okay, they've rotated a lot. That is good. I would have thought they would have rotated in for that. They've showed us no respect, and they're 11th, we're 13th. Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go, huh? Let's go. Let's show them. In terms of what I've been doing pressing, I haven't really been touching it too much. I just feel like this year's game a bit weird. But yeah, Callum Chambers, Rob Holding, Murray, Nuno. We can get at them. Lukonga and Elneny are actually really good this year on FM. El Nemi especially has been really good according to a lot of people. Odegaard, Aubameyang, still looking like Aubameyang, Lacazette through the middle as well. The fact Leno starts makes me feel really good. Anyhow, we're going to get underway here. We're going to see what we can do. And let's hope that we can be okay here today. If we can take a point out of this one, if we can go a point here, a point against Spurs, we then, I think, got Everton, which is not in an episode game, and we can beat Everton, then we're back. Anyway, Leno finds Elneny. We kind of squeeze. We don't win it, though. And Aubameyang now going on a run. Inside of Odegaard. Looks for Lacazette. Lascelles, by the way, starting over Dyer. He would have started over Dyer. And there we are. Rafinha. See what I mean? Look how narrow Rafinha was. That's the whole reason I love this system. It's the whole reason I love this system. Is that now that we've moved narrow and more closer to Joe Pedro and St. Maxim closer to Callum Wilson, we get highlights. Lascelles' good header. Ceballos moves it. Rafinha comes inside. One touch. Finds Joe Pedro. Little dink. 1-0. Perfect. And that's what I wanted to show you. Is that our line's a little deeper. So we do win. We don't get too many balls over the top. It still happens. Feel like turning off, playing the offside trap could help. But who knows. Anyway, Elneny now. Odegaard. Picked off by Mancini. And watch this. We'll turn. Manquillo. Out the other side, good football. And now we need to find feet, Grimaldo. So that run over the top for Rafinha was probably on if he found the right ball. And anyway, Lacazette tackled, picked off by Lascelles. He's looked really good here today. Mancini going on a run. He's good with the ball too. Still going. Looks for Joe Pedro. What a ball. Does he get there? He does get there. In the end, it's a mistake from... Well, Tyrini's not playing, so he's out there. Nuno Tavares? Was it Nuno's mistake? No, Rob Holding. We're 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. This is perfect. This is how we wanted to start. I would prefer Mancini to play this off to St. Maxim. St. Maxim be the one playing this ball. But yet again, it still allows for us to play football. And as much as we don't have pass into the space, because we're at extremely high tempo, it's get the ball where it needs to go. Anyway, Rob Holding, just a mistake. And look, Joe Pedro, since we moved 4-4-2, and he's been playing up top with Callum, has started scoring goals. Anyhow, we're known for conceding goals, so I wouldn't say we're getting too excited here. But at the minute, not too bad at all. Looking pretty good. And important to say is that this is Lascelles' first start, and he was going to start anyway before Basuma wasn't fit. I said that at the start of the stream. This is our first game on stream as well. He touched wood. 34 minutes in, he's looked good. Elneny, Aubameyang, Odegaard, they've moved that around really well. Callum Chambers is going to cut that. Great goal. I do like this season with those low crosses now. A lot of the times, in previous FMs, I would have found a way to come in and then run, hit it into the side netting or at the keeper. This season, it looks like a lot of those crosses find their way in. We're going to concede goals. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do. We're just going to concede goals. But hey, we're 2-1 up against Arsenal. I'm delighted with that, boys. Just play a good 45 minutes here. Callum Wilson's injured. Not good. Do I change system? That's the question. No, I won't. Not just yet. I'm going to get Ryan Fraser in and move St. Maxim up front. It's not exactly what I would like to do, but better than having Dwight Gale come on the park here. And I don't want to change system. Fraser's quite quick, and St. Maxim can run at people. Anyway, Pablo Mari, Elneny. Over the top, Lacazette. Mancini's missed it. Was he offside? He's hit the bar. It would have counted. It's cleared away. Yeah, we get a lot of those highlights. I do find goalkeepers don't make as many saves this season as well, which I do and don't like. Say Maxim now, loses the ball again. I feel like you can sniff the Arsenal goal coming, can't you? You can sniff the Arsenal goal coming. Rob Holding now. Pablo Mari. St. Maxi wins it back though. Joe Pedro. Rafinha wants. Rafinha gets. Rafinha! Oh, good save from Leno. Just as said goalkeepers don't make saves, Leno makes a save. From what I've seen, one-on-ones this season, everything flies in. Burnley beating Villa. That's probably good for us. Anyway, ball in. It's offside. Man United winning 4-0. Not like they know how to score goals. Anyhow. Time ticks away. Another corner. Rafinha. He's gone into the box. Joe Pedro, big effort. Just back sticks and puts it just wide. By the way, Div's prediction was 3-1. It could be on here. Time is ticking away. Time is still ticking. 70 minutes played. Rafinha looking legless. I'm going to move into it to try and help me see this game out. I'm not going to lie. If it falls apart now, it falls apart now. And there we go. Going like that. Danny Ceballos has gone into the middle. And there we are. Highlight. Danny. Manquillo. St. Maxim. Ball in. Pedro! Oh, he's headed wide. Joe Pedro. Big couple of moments for Joe Pedro. We could have been 3 or 4-1 up. Look. I'm going to say this now before this highlight and they score. I've been really happy with how we've played. And if we play like this, we're going to win the majority of games. However, we've had too many games already this season. We've played well, not scored our chance, we've conceded late, and we've drawn or lost. Right? We can't really afford to throw this one away. Watch this highlight go in. Murray, back to Leno. Just keep your shape. Keep your shape. That's fine. Keep your shape. That's it. Murray. Force him long. Can we get on that press? Oh, they're a bit lucky there. Odegaard, Basuma does well to force him backwards, but they've gained a few yards up now and broken that line a little bit. Yeah, see what I mean? They broke the line. Lacazette's in now. Need to make a save here, boys. Well, he doesn't shoot. He does well. Ball blocked. El Neni, Fraser. So much time. So much time, mate. Oh, they've got options. Smith Rowe. Oh, my God. Ryan Fraser. We did the hard part. We actually forced Lacazette wide where he could have got a clear-cut shot away. And all he has to do is bring the ball down. Why are you flicking that on? You got so much time. And it's another long-range shot, man. We concede so many long-range hits. It's so annoying. What a finish, though. Watch us lose. Watch us lose in a game that we've been good in. We've been really good. If we play like this most games, we win. Joe Pedro, man, he could have had a hat-trick. Could have had 4. Free kick. We haven't really scored from too many. Basuma lomps one in there. Gabriel, it would have counted. Wow. We're not allowed to win this game, apparently, according to FM. We might not even get 3 points. Might even get a point. Unemi, Odegaard. Oh, they've played out really well. Bernadeschi. Fraser wins it. Just don't make a mistake. Eric Dyer, keep that ball. Runs with it. Joe Pedro made a run. The ball from Grimaldo is good. There's options here. 92nd minute. Joe Pedro made the run. Ignored. Grimaldo now. Pops the ball in there. Don't know where you've popped that to, my man. He just gave him back the ball. That's a goal. Lacazette. Here we go. Where's the keeper? Dubravka in the end made a save, but he should have been out and picked up the ball. Oh, why does Grimaldo not play that earlier in the Joe Pedro? Why did he go byline? Look, it's promising. If you offered me... Well, it's not over yet, this highlight. In the end, push by Murray, not given. If you offered me a draw before this game started, would have shook your hand and took it, and we got a draw. But look at the goals that we conceded, and look at the chances we created. Oh, it's a bit annoying. The highlights, the expected goal will say that we've had less expected goal output than Arsenal. I would disagree, and it's probably that high for Arsenal, the fact that their first one on Aubameyang's finished from inside a yard. So that's kind of like a 0.9 expected goal, if not 1. Like a penalty is like 1. If we didn't have to change this system because of the Callum Wilson injury, and Rafinha being legless, we would have been okay, I feel, in the 4-2-4. Looked alright. Man, Joe Pedro, Rafinha had obviously that one-on-one. Joe Pedro's header from the corner, and Joe Pedro's header from open play. The header from open play, he has to hit the target. The moment he goes back behind the keeper, it just hits the target, it's in. But, I don't know what it is, but we seem to concede a lot of goals late in games as well. And Arsenal, last 10 minutes or so, be interesting to see when that data hub stat. I don't know why it comes out so late, but like the match momentum stuff, I really feel that match momentum stuff will show that Arsenal started to dominate last 20 minutes or so. I don't know what we do in terms of seeing out games. Like I go to the 5-back, but it's still a positive system because we still need to look to go forward, and we did find our way going forward there. But yeah, look. We're confident, and I can take some positives. Look, I don't know what the fans are unhappy about, but sure, I didn't read that question at all. Fraser's out 3 to 5 days. Wilson's out for 11 to 13 days. So it was a pulled ankle ligament. You could have stayed out there as well. 5 unbeaten now for us, which is great. We've moved into 10th. We're ahead of Burnley, which is good. But there's a little bit of a kerfuffle. In saying that, though, if we beat Spurs, we would be ahead of Spurs next game out, and we are giving you that. In 15 days' time, we have an international break, allows these boys to go train this 4-2-4, but promising signs. Do you agree with the promising signs? Did you see what you think you would have sawn there? Is that a system that is the system for the future here? I feel like finally we've got a system that is nailed on for us. Let me know in the comment section below YouTube, and I'll see you guys in a second as we play Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we play Nuno's boys, and hopefully game that we can go pinch a result. I tell you what, it could really kickstart our season. Welcome back, YouTube. Time for part 2 of episode 4. We have Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we do have some unfortunate injury news. Basuma, a man that has been steeped in controversy in real life, but this was on FM, completely different world. A man that's been really good for me so far, and probably my nailed-on midfielder, out with shin splints. It is not good. It has forced me to do something drastic. Joe Willock is a first-team regular. He has not really played too many minutes for me. He is good, but he doesn't do what Basuma does, which is plug up the hole and sit there. Instead, I'm being brave. It's Spurs. They're not great defensively. I'm going to put him as a roaming playmaker and support. On a 4-2-4 system, we need 2 midfielders. This guy's got to do the business. He's got good enough work rate, can roam around and get the ball. It says in roaming playmaker, it always says that they've got to track back and be the heartbeat of the team. Track back, try to win the ball back, and then drive from deep. Every time I play roaming playmaker, I've always found that they never win the ball back, they never track back, but when they're on the ball, they get in good areas, which is not bad. I'm just going to go after them, because, you know what, why bloody not? One of the last teams to play, so a win here will get me to 18 points, which actually put me level with Spurs, but ahead of Villa, and it actually put me inside the top 10 for probably the first time this season. It's also important to note the assistant and me have agreed on the lineup, which is always nice. We are going to go in and play it like so. Dubravka in goal. Saelmakers back into the team out there at right back. Mancini's been fantastic. I don't know why Lascelles has been made available for tomorrow's game. Yeah, no, he's playing this one. Lascelles here as well. Grimiado. Ceballos is playing. We're not starting over Eric Dyer. I just don't want to play Dyer. Not in this game at all against his former club. I don't think he's quick enough. From what I've seen, I'm already looking for other players. Rafinha out on the left, St. Maxim on the right, Wilson and Joe Pedro as well is up top. Speaking about players for next season, I might as well show you right now. I was doing some scouting. Nico came up from Barcelona for they only wanted anywhere between 4 to 7 million, 8 million. 7 million all up front with 40% of whatever we sell him on for profit. Next time we sell him, mate. Under 20, doesn't need to be registered, so even though I have a big squad, can get him straight registered as long as he gets a work permit. That's going to be your backup midfielder in this system. He would be perfect to have right now, not going to lie. But that is exactly what we need to do. Dubravka, Saelmakers, Mancini, Lascelles, Grimaldo, just make sure it's all correct. Yes, it is. All right, score prediction in the chat, Dim. Dim reckons 2-1 win. All the rest of you, score prediction in the chat. As always, we are live on Twitch. Links down below YouTube, and let us know what you think is going on. But, yeah, we'll go in a second. Look, boys, go make him proud. Let's just go play a good game of football. We've looked good, but it's another 5 at the back system. Soulé, Christian Romero, and Luis Felipe, who's always fantastic. And Soulé is obviously going to be really good. Lloris is in there. Emerson, good little fullback as well. Regulian, obviously good. Regulon. And Ndombele, Holgerberg. You know, Human Song is absolutely fantastic in real life and on an FM. Lucas Moore is very good, and Harry Kane's up top. It's going to be difficult, But if there's ever a team that, you know, can cause an upset here, it's us in the form we're in. Look, I'm just going to be quite neutral and say, if I knew, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Look, away from home, we haven't been particularly great. We haven't got many points, but at the minute, we were getting results. So I'll take that. Kane scored 11 and 17 so far, unlike what he's doing in real life at the minute. It'd be interesting to see what we can do. Anyway, it's going to be us in an away kit. I would imagine they're going to be in the white, and we're going to be in like that really just plain black. Yeah, this is where we need to be like in some alternative kit. The grey's okay though, like you can tell. Anyway, highlight from kickoff. I would love us to score. Joe Willock, Lascelles, the captain, he's out there. And away we go. Ceballos, Joe Pedro, Rafinha made a run, ignored. Came to feet though, smart from him. Ceballos, Danny tackled Rafinha. What a touch! What a touch! Oh. In the end, he stopped it dead and ran. And inside of 30 seconds, Rafinha probably should have found the back of the net for 1-0. Dim reckons I don't really have too many danger men on the park, on the bench. I'm more worried about how good their starting 11 is. But anyway, Salesmaker, Joe Willock. Can't afford to lose it. Doesn't. St. Maxium. Salesmakers. Goes on a run. He's very good with the ball usually. Back to Mancini. That's fine. Out the other side. No, Mancini drives. He's very good. By the way, he's the guy that makes the most passes for us every single game, according to the data hub. And you can see that he drives into space and does it superbly. Callum Wilson. Danny Ceballos has got options. Joe Willock in a good area. Ceballos, Wilson, touch, hit just wide. And in the end, if he went the other side of Loris, who was unsighted, he probably would have scored. Feel like Loris was leaning that way if you judge by the keeper's movement. Anyhow, first couple of highlights, all us. You love to see it. Joe Willock nearly won the ball back, but it falls to Lucas Moura, hits it. And it's just another goal from outside the box. How do we stop conceding from distance? Does anybody know? Seems like every goal a game just goes in from distance. It's a bit annoying. Anyway, Harry Kane, Regulon, Lucas Moura. I reckon last year's beta had the same problem that every shot from outside the box went in. Spurs have had one moment, one shot from outside the box, a .06 expected goal ratio, and we're 1-0 down. Fun. Anyway, Lucas Moura with the ball. Still going. Cuts one. Harry Kane, don't let him win that. He's hit the post. Lascelles, Dubravka, Grimaldo. I don't know how they were so calm under that. I would have just thumped that ball out of there. In the end, highlight over. Yeah, I would much rather see the Harry Kane header just then go in than the long range hit from Lucas Moura. And here comes Spurs again. So for our good start, where we could have been a 1-goal ahead, it looks like it's all them at the minute. It's a poor header away from Mancini. And if Bello shoots, which he did, he didn't strike it. Mate, if he shot from outside the box, it would have went in, huh? That's what I reckon. But yeah. And now it looks like Spurs are now starting to dominate us, and the momentum of this game is completely switched, and they are all over us now. Anyway, Bullfun Soule out to Emerson. Down the line of Moura. Good football. And they're just queuing up in the box now. Moura turns. Grimaldo wins. Looks long. Probably had a bit more time than he recognised. And in the end, didn't underhit it. And if you're going to pump one down the line, you've got to overhit it than underhit it so it doesn't come back at you. Force him to turn back around. Anyway, Son, ball over the top. Lucas Moura, big chance. Dubravka's made a fantastic save. Yeah, we started well, but now it's all Spurs at the minute. Who knows though? Could we maybe score from a goal kick? Mancini, sales makers. This is where we need St. Maxim to go beyond. He hasn't really, but Joe Willock in space. Joe Pedro, what a ball. Finish! Oh, straight at Loris. It's another big chance missed by Joe Pedro. He missed a couple in the last game as well, where if he scores one of them, we would have won the match. Rafinha, in the end, it's cleared. You get those highlights sometimes with the short corners. You get excited from the short corners when you don't see how the highlights come into the corner. When you've seen the highlight, you know that there's going to be a mistake here. Anyway, St. Maxim. Danny hit it. Cleared off the line by Lucas Moura. Oh, so annoying. I tell you what, we've been the better side and 1-0 down. Going to get a bit annoyed at him, even though I think we've played quite well. Derek's, you know, we've had a very similar expected goal ratio. It's a free kick here. Rafinha, one time. Around the wall, pick that out. 1-1, Rafinha scores. From the free kick, he puts it in the top bin. Thank you very much for coming. And there we go. There we go. Rafinha again from deep, cleared away. Still going. Joe Willock. Out there to Gabriel Mancini. That was very tongue-twisted, Damien. Don't know why. Lascelles. Mancini. Can't afford to lose it. Good ball to Joe Willock. Out the other side. Sailmakers. Numbers are in the box. Swing. He takes 2 touches. Got to go in the area. Puts it in. St. Maxium! Let's go! We've been good. We deserve to lead. We lead again in today's episode. Sailmakers, couple of steps, steadied himself. It's the reason we signed him as a bit of a, you know, the more aggressive sort of fullback, Sammy Grimiado, to get balls in the box from deeper. It's a goal. And let's go. You never know. You never, ever know. I feel for Joe Willett because he's on the 6.4 and I think he's been really good. I don't know what it is. Every year roaming playmakers, they get done with their match ratings, no matter how good they play. Oh, what have you done there? Who was that? Grimiado. Why? He's not even getting anywhere near the ball. It's a penalty. I already know. I saw it at the corner of my eye. For those that didn't see it, just watch Grimiado. I don't get why. Why? Nothing happening here. He's put the ball behind Lucas Morris, so you've got to win it anyway, and he sticks his leg out. Oh, you're an idiot, mate. Idiot sandwich. Bloody potato. Dubravka, penalty save. Give us our first penalty save of FM22 right now. Harry Kane versus Dubravka. Good penalty. Did you expect anything else from Harry Kane? We're not allowed to win games of football. We're just not allowed to win games of football. 2-2. I've been saying it since playing the beta. It just feels like the opposition always get 2 goals against you no matter what you do. You could play 10 men inside the box, park it, and they'll still score. And it seems to happen a lot from outside the box. Throw in, 71st minute. The reason why I haven't made changes is because I don't think we have the quality really to bring on. Grimiado throws, Rafinha. Bit dead, but leaving me out there. Sabas, Rafinha. Time, space, effort. Oh, don't believe he's hit it over the bar from there. You expect a man in this much form and quality to spank that one in, don't you? Time has ticked away. I am going to make a change. You know what? Jamal Lewis is quick. Get him on there. Can Grimiado actually play upper line? Yeah, get Grimiado forward. Get Lewis back in there. This might be the time that we do go Eric Dyer as the ball-winning midfielder. Not going to lie. Just tell him to sit there and just sweep up. I actually think Joe Willock's played well. Just match ratings for roaming playmakers have always been broken. Always. No matter what they do. Time ticks away. We do have a time-wasting change that we will make. And we are going to be Sailmakers off for Manquillo late doors. Look, if you offered me 2 draws against Arsenal and Spurs, I would have taken it. We've got 2 draws. I'm telling you right now, in both games, I think we should have won it. Joe Pedro missed a couple of massive moments in the first game against Arsenal. And here today, he missed a massive moment again. But we had chances. Of all people, it was Rafinha. That probably should have had a couple more as well. I don't know what it is. We always seem to concede, especially from distance. I don't know what we can do about that at all. I do not know what we can do about it to stop conceding from distance. Because I would still tell us to push out deep. It seems to happen a lot from throw-in, ball, touch. There's 5 guys in front of him, shot, goal. It's a bit annoying. But it is what it is. I don't particularly mind. There's Nico, who we're potentially signing in 3 days' time. Then, obviously, once he gets his work permit when the window opens. But, yeah, look. We sit 11th. We're on 16 points. We've started clawing our way back. And that's all that matters to me. We're clawing our way back. Next episode, I'm going to give you... do we give you teams in and around us? Or do we give you a couple of the big boys? That annoys me. United at first. They're dead horrid. Might give you West Ham United. I'm not too sure yet. Let's just see how these next few fixtures go. If not, it's probably going to be for Leeds Burnley or Burnley Chelsea. It'd be one of these few. It might be Burnley Chelsea to round off the year, actually, now that I think about it a little bit more. But anyway, from Damo and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Episode 4. Positives. Lots of positives. We just need to stop conceding from distance. And if we do that, we're going to start turning these draws into wins. And we're going to be around the mark to finish top half this season. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Like, subscribe, links down below. Go give us a follow on Twitch, etc., etc. From Dave and everybody else, see you next time for another banging episode. Thank you and goodbye.